I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol.
What's going on? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of a heated argument coming at me from all directions.
One move and she gets it.
Let her go!
Matthew?
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
Chicken shit.
Like you scare me, Sam. Come on. Take one step. I dare ya.
See, my thing is like he actually has like a demon name. Why are they calling him Sam? Is it just a cover name or something? Why can't I see?
Stay away from her, Malix.
Maddox.
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Suddenly, I felt myself pulled to one side, arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Eric. As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again, settling into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me comfortingly. Slowly, though, my eyes fluttered open and I looked up at the person holding me. Damien. I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern, and I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Yeah. You can't. But you can certainly, like, some people, they can control their dreams, but I'm one of those people that dreams so little that if I do become, like, quote unquote, awake in my dream, the most I'm doing is thinking. Like, I'm not changing events or anything. I'm either, like, thinking or going, no, I don't want that to happen. And like time reverses just a little bit and things just slip just ever so slightly, but like I'm not like controlling me as the person, I'm just controlling the environment or something, being like no, I actually don't like the way that flower turned. I want to turn it the other way. Like that type of thing. It's hilarious. Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when I, well...
You can't control your mind reading?
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm alright.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
That is so sweet. Oh my god. Oh, thank you.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress, but I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me, despite only knowing me for a short time. I wasn't sure if it was just courtesy or if they were genuinely concerned. I couldn't exactly read their minds. Alright. Oh, look at that dining room. The wallpaper's a little funky. Oh, but the dining room is just so pretty. What the fuck is that? What is that? Why is there just a random chair? What is that? Sorry. I didn't notice it when it was dark. The two boys had led me back to the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
Thanks. I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. The feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked to the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
From behind me, Eric appeared and sat down beside me, rubbing his temple in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
Wow, gee, way to brag. That's weird flex, okay?
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, carrying plates full of bacon, eggs, and toast. Bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before settling themselves.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for the breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden, my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello? Why do you just answer your phone everywhere? You don't excuse yourself or anything. That's so weird. I live with someone like that. I hate it.
Hey, good morning.
Especially when you're having a conversation with them. Ugh.
Guess who's at your door right now?
Eh? Right on cue, there was a knock from the lobby door. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here.
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby, and he'd get the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. As I passed through the archway between the dining room and the lobby, I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! Before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu. The world around me stopped as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This week was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I froze into place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
Oh. Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. They're visitors.
Then why did one of them open the door?
You'd be surprised at how many visitors will actually open the door. It is so odd.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You'd be surprised. It was no use. There was no time to lie to them. I felt hopeless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder, and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see Eric smiling at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. He better not. Before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi and sat across from their confused gazes. As Naomi and Suzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates in front of them, surprising their guest. Oh, that is so sweet.
Whoa, this looks amazing. Thank you.
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in.
No. I looked at Naomi and Suzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite they had placed in their mouth. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As Naomi and Suzu ate their meals, James and the other boys that stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face. Why are they just standing behind you? Oh, for whatever James has planned. Sorry.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Madam. Well, you see, Gently, James placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
That is smooth.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, I would honestly be so confused if someone was just walking around the house in suit and ties. Kind of like those two are doing.
Yeah, something like that.
We're sorry if we made this situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill. Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff. Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
There's an arcade?
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
And by soon, they meant tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi? I thought you wanted to go to the arcade. This housewarming thing is more important.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
Sam, not now.
Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time, I wanted to go with my friends. James gave me an understanding look, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. I'm gonna stay. Like, they're doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. So, I don't want to just throw them in the ringer and make them do it, you know? And like I think Naomi said, they hang out every weekend. Or at least seem to hang out every weekend. So one weekend of not going, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna help around the house.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Besides, it's my housewarming party. I should help out too.
Want us to help out as well?
No. I think we got it all taken care of. Thanks though, girls.
All right. We'll head on out then so we're not in the way.
Oh, sorry guys. I'll hang out with you guys soon.
It's all good, Anderson. We'll definitely come to the housewarming party tonight.
Oh, thank God. Thank you. I led them back into the lobby and walked them through the doors, opening it for them with a thankful smile. They gave me hugs before walking out to Naomi's car, which was parked in the driveway. You don't have the gate locked? What is the point on having the gates if you are not going to close them? Or lock them? Weirdo. With that, they left. I was happy that they wanted to help, but I had to do this on my own. It wasn't their work, so I wasn't going to force it on them, just because they were my best friends. Exactly, like your parents shouldn't have forced that onto you. We had the entire day to work. The party was tonight, and we had to do all we could to make everything right. We sat down and talked about what needed to be done, what needed to happen before that party started that night. Each guy had been assigned a different part of the party to do, and right after lunch we began to work. Since everything was taken care of by at least one incubus, James told me I could assist one of them. The question was, who? We're gonna go with Damien. Damien. Hello. I stayed in the lobby with Damien, who nodded to me and passed me the dust cloth.
We have to dust off the railings and other surfaces before we mop the floor. Is that okay?
Why are you asking if that's okay? Obviously it's fine. I don't know the first fucking thing about dusting. How was I supposed to know you're supposed to dust before you mop? No, seriously, how was I supposed to know that? I physically did not know that until right now. Is there a reason? I don't know. Oh, sorry. Easy as cake. Both Damon and I began to climb the top of the stairs, wiping the dust off the railings as we went. However, a silly idea came to my mind. I look over to Damien, wondering if he could read what I was thinking. As I expected, Damien looked over in a slight surprise before giving me a slight concerned look. Before giving me a slightly concerned look.
What if you get hurt?
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. I did it all the time as a kid. I stared at the railing and thought. Damien stared at the railing and thought. My mind began to wonder how much fun my idea was, hoping my thoughts would convince him. Damien sighed softly before smirking slightly and nodding. Whoa. I quickened my pace on the railing, dusting as quickly as possibly as I could to get to the top. Damien followed quickly behind on the opposite side until we were both at the top of the stairs. We both then jumped up and sat on top of the rails, sliding down each like a roller coaster. There was a lot of thought on execution, but not much to stopping.
Watch out!
Our bricks had become us slamming into each other on the and landing on the floor. Him on top of me. I stared up at him in surprise as he looked down at me in concern. Neither of us knew what to say. Oh, I just hurt my wrist holding. I started to laugh. I didn't know why, but I couldn't control myself. I closed my eyes and laughed in pure enjoyment of what just happened. Damien began to laugh as well, smiling widely. Both of us ended up laughing on the floor. Damien rolled off of me and held his stomach as I held mine. We were both completely engulfed in joy.
You were right. That was fun.
See, I told you. Both of us curled into ourselves, facing each other in laughter. Before we looked at each other with smiles. However, Damien's face softened as his laughter slowly died. He smiled with that happiness in his eyes, a blush across his cheeks. I stared in surprise, my face turning red in return, but my mind going blank. I couldn't stop staring at Damien's smile. Something about him was just completely charming. His eyes had a mixture of happiness and a small bit of yearning. Soon, though, Damien stood up and reached a hand down to me, breaking my silent thoughts.
Come on. We need to keep cleaning.
Slowly, I nodded before standing and continuing to clean alongside him.